Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate, and if it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to get kind of an overall energy with the Angel Answers card. We're going to get some tarot. We're going to look at what you may be struggling with, either within the relationship or within yourself. We're going to look at current energies, what you may be thinking or feeling, or things that you may have to look at currently. And then we'll have future energies for what may possibly be coming in for you. We'll get some tarot, some clarifiers, and close out with an oracle. All right, so let's get Angel Answers for Capricorn. Oh, look at that. We have unlikely. Unlikely. So whatever that may represent for you, unlikely. All right, Capricorn, love reading. Okay. So we have these cards that came out. We have the Five of Wands. Okay. So that's pretty self-explanatory there. Oh, and then we have the Ace of Wands. So I'm going to put that, even though I usually put one card there, I'm going to go with the two just because those kind of came out. All right. So we have the Five of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So it could be struggling with a new beginning, right? Struggling with a new start, that you're like, one minute you're like, I want a new beginning. I want a new start in this relationship, right? I want to work on things. I want us to turn things around. And the other minute it may be, no, I don't. I'm just going to stay. I'll just deal with what's going on. So it could be a lot of fighting going on within your relationship. There could be a lot of arguing, a lot of disagreeing, that you're not seeing eye to eye, that you feel that maybe it's, that the other person has more power and that you're not feeling like it's equal. I feel like you could be struggling with moving on. This could represent a friendship, a partnership. It could be work. It could be within yourself, that maybe you're struggling within yourself, that you want to make some new changes, that you want to make some, go in a new direction and have, make some new friends or have a new relationship, or you want to move away from a relationship. A lot going on there, okay? Justice. I feel like you're trying to figure out, how am I going to feel balanced? How are things going to even out? How do I get to this point of this Justice card, which is Libra? And how am I going to get to this point where I feel balanced, where I feel like, because we have a heart here, there's a heart here, there's the Sun card here, there's a feather here, right? So I feel like there's a lot going on there. So for future energies, we have the Strength. Okay, yeah. There may be some tough decisions that you have to make, right? And it's building that confidence, and it could be that this is a lesson in you building your confidence because, you're choosing what is best for you, that you're making some tough choices, you're making some tough decisions, and those aren't easy, especially when it comes to relationships, because you don't want to hurt people. You don't, like, they're going to react, and you don't want to get into that energy. You know what I mean? Oh, we have the Devil. The Devil at the bottom. So that can represent you. That can represent a toxic relationship that you're feeling chained to, that you're feeling held down to. I'm kind of feeling, the feeling that I'm getting is that Devil card represents to me is that you're in a relationship that you don't feel happy with, that you feel that there is a power struggle, that you feel is a toxic energy for you, that is negative to you, that brings negativity around you, that I feel like you're struggling with. But I also feel the Devil card could be you finally coming into your own power and making those tough decisions, right? Maybe you're trying to work on, sometimes we feel like we're giving and we're fighting for a relationship, but the other person just isn't. They're just not giving as much as you are, right? They're not, you just feel like they're just not into it. And that's why I was looking at that unlikely, and then that thought came to me. We have the Five of Swords, where he kind of has this sword up in the air and he's stepping on the rock, and he's like, you know what? I kind of feel like you want to move away from something. You're like, yeah, I got to choose me. And maybe you're having trouble with choosing you. Sometimes, that other person will make us feel guilty and will guilt us into staying or accepting bad behavior. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is that slow, steady progress towards the positive. And I feel like that's where you're headed, right? But I feel like it's definitely a struggle right now. I feel like you have to think about all of these things, that if I stay, what is this going to be? And how do I move forward from this? And how do I feel confident in my decision? So I feel like you have a lot to think about. You have a lot going on. Hangman, I love it. Looking at things from a different perspective. And I feel like that's what brings you into this current energy as to this Justice card, and this balance is the hanging man, where it's like, stop, take a step back, and look at things from a different perspective. Because sometimes when we're in the middle of something, that we really don't see what's going on. Like, people around us will say things and they can see things differently because they're not in it. But when we're in it, we're not even realizing that we're in it, the thick of it, right? And we can't really see things clearly. And I feel like that's why the hangman came out here. And then we have that Six of Swords moving forward. What are those choices that you want to make to have things feel calmer? I feel like there's a lot of turmoil and a lot of stress and a lot of tension there. Tower. Okay. So Tower, that's what I was saying, is I feel like there's a breakup, a walk away. You feel that that's what you need to do. Of course, you have to do whatever you feel is right for you. But this Six of Swords is heading right towards this Tower, right? Which can represent a breakup, a shakeup. It could be a rebuilding of the relationship, like whatever you feel works for you. But I feel like it's kind of stripping things down to the base and creating a stronger base and a better foundation, whether that is with this person or without this person, but definitely it's for you, is having that stronger foundation as we are heading towards the Strength card and that confidence. Look at that relationship. The relationship could be the relationship that you have with yourself, or the relationship that you have with this person that you are butting heads with, that you're going back and forth with, that is presenting this toxic energy. And I feel like when you come into your own confidence and your own strength, that you have that, that aha moment. Like, oh, I feel so much better. Like, this was a tough journey to make and some tough decisions, and you really had to take a step back and you really had to look at this, but you're like, oh, it feels so much better. And I feel like you're going to be tired after this, because this is a lot of emotional work that you're going through. And this kind of stuff is very exhausting. So I feel like once you've gone through this process, especially when you get to this Tower moment, you're just like, oh, okay, now I can relax. And because the Four of Swords is taking a rest after very difficult decisions and going through a difficult time. And just saying, okay, I'm just going to chill out here. I need to take a rest, right? Oh, look at that. The Strength card again. All right, so that can represent Leo. So the Strength card again, that's come out twice for you, and that is that confidence, right? Building that confidence up. I feel like sometimes, like I said, I feel like that hangman is vital in this reading, because I feel like when you're in the thick of it and you're just not even realizing how it's affecting you or what's going on, and you just have to take that step back. You know, whether it's maybe going to a different location and having some time to yourself, or going for a walk or a long drive, you know, if you can't stay with someone else, or just having that time for yourself to sort through things. All right, Eight of Wands. I love this one because the wands are heading right towards you, and the sun is in the middle, and the wands have the leaves that are branches that are growing on them. So I feel like it's this energy heading towards you is really positive, and it helps you to grow and it helps you to learn. And then we have the Star card, which is Aquarius, and it's like, again, with the star there, it's that direction. You're feeling like, I'm finally heading in the right direction. I'm finally making those better choices for me within this relationship, because this relationship, I feel, has been very toxic for you, because we have Capricorn and Leo, so it could be that. We have looking up towards the positive, right? Not focusing on the Three Cups down here, but there is an opportunity for you to be in this hangman energy, to see things from a different perspective. I feel like something opens your eyes to, I've got to make some changes here. I've got to make some changes. We have the Empress, which is your own power and your growth, and that evolving and that changing and that, you know, feeling more secure and better in your own skin, that you're making the choices that are right for you. And then we have the Eight of Cups where you're walking away, and I feel like it's walking away from this here that you're struggling with. And you're finally, you're heading towards the sun and you're ready to walk away, that you're ready, especially right here. I mean, here we have the Tower and the Eight of Cups right here together. It could be a relationship that you feel you're ready to walk away from, but it could be, again, bringing up what it is that you want to work on so the two of you can see eye to eye. So it's for whatever you feel works best for you. But it's definitely questioning a relationship. It's definitely, there's a relationship that you're questioning and you're not sure where you want to do, what you want to do, because you want to move forward, this forward energy, like you want to be happy. You're like, okay, I have to do what works best for me. I have to do what makes me happy. I'm not going to worry about those things. You know, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to worry about those things that I can't control. That I have to do what's right for me, and that in the past maybe you weren't making those decisions that were best for you. Love it. Ace of Cups. To have your cup overflowing, to have your cup spilling out with happiness, and not only within the choices that you're making, but with this person, but with yourself. And you're like, oh, I'm so proud of myself, right? I'm so proud of myself for changing things, for taking that step back, for seeing things from a different perspective, for fighting for myself to have that balance within this relationship, or if I needed to walk away from this relationship, whether it's a partnership or a friendship, but that you're choosing what's best for you, or if it's you're working on this relationship, that the two of you are able to get to a place where you see eye to eye and the relationship becomes better. All right, bottom of the deck, new start, new beginnings for you, right? New directions, new starts, opening those gates, taking those initial first step to bring in this change, to make this happen. The first step is recognizing, okay, I'm not happy and something needs to be done, right? Something needs to change, something needs to give, something needs to be different, and recognizing, okay, and then being in that energy of, okay, I'm ready to deal with it, right? I'm ready to deal with what I have to deal with. And what are those changes that I need to make for things to become calmer? All right, so let's get a Lenormand. You have to have that hope, and you have to have that focus, and you have to surround yourself with this positive energy, because there's a lot that you're going through here. Okay, just like I was saying up here, is that if you need that time to yourself, if you need that time to rest, if you're feeling overwhelmed with something, make sure that you're resting and that you're making these decisions and these choices when you feel good. Don't do things when you're tired, because sometimes we just, like, it's better to deal with everything that you have to deal with, which is going to be exhausting, but getting as much rest as you can, right? Cutting out those things that don't work for you. And I feel like it's making some tough choices and some tough decisions there, right? It's not going to be easy, but it's like, I feel like this is, with the Tower and the Eight of Cups right there, I feel like it's some big things. But then look at that, we have abundance, okay? There's abundance that's coming in for you. It's kind of like, okay, we've got to make these tough choices, these tough decisions. I've got to walk away from things. I've got to reorganize things, but then there's abundance here, which is perfect for this Ace of Cups and the Strength cards. And again, with the Devil card, is coming into your own power and your own energy, and not feeling like you're tied down or strapped down to something, a situation or a person that you're just not feeling good about. All right, the choices are yours. Lots to think about. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.